My room's a little dirty, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
just realized that right now. Okay, so can you let me know? I'm gonna whack. Or sorry, could you let me know when we're recording? And then
What did you say?
I'm edging. Can you let me know when we record so that
Well, we've been recording.
So welcome back to the Looks Like a Movie podcast. Today we have a special guest. His name is High Five If You're Still Alive on TikTok and
on my face,
etc. And today we are going to talk about the work and life of very important filmmaker Satoshi Kon. But of course, like always, first we're gonna ask some questions like, what have you guys been watching this week?
Yeah, Kevin, what have you been watching this week?
Have I been watching this week? Why am I going first?
Because we know you want to talk about Barry.
Oh, that's true. I do want to talk about Barry. Well, I don't want to talk about Barry.
No, let's talk about Barry.
There was a jump scare in Barry this week that actually made me jump out of my seat.
Way.
It was so fucking terrifying. And I was not ready for it whatsoever. And if you guys saw a clip of it online, you would be like, this is so fucking stupid. But,
is it the one where the guy's standing right behind her at the window?
Yeah.
And he's wearing like a black. Yeah,
I'm surprised you've already seen it.
People gotta stop posting the Barry jump scares out of context because that shit does not look scary out of context.
Yeah, because then people dunk on them.
I was like, why is he wearing that?
Yeah, like
people like shit on them on the internet and be like, the show is not scary, and I'm like, you just don't get it. But whatever.
Is it scary? What do you mean it's not scary? It's not scary. It's not a scary show.
No, but
it's a comedy, Kevin.
It's not a comedy. I don't. By the way, the fact that it's still being called a comedy is insane. Like,
do an episode where Kevin describes Barry to you guys.
No, that's a good idea. We have it. We do an episode, and the whole episode is just Barry explaining in like super detail, like the entire plot of Barry from beginning to end.
I could do it in like 4 seconds, probably.
All right, let's do it.
Okay,
go. A hitman goes to acting school and then finds out that he wants to be an actor.
And that's 4 seconds.
Okay. I tried.
You said 4 seconds. That's
okay,
crazy.
Well, I didn't mean 4
seconds.
I meant like 40 seconds, but 40 seconds.
We don't have that kind of time.
I actually just started a timer.
Oh, do you want me to start again? I was going to talk about movies. Okay.
Movies.
Yeah, I don't know. What did I watch? I watched But I'm a Cheerleader again, which is really good and really funny.
Solid.
And I watched Dear Zachary, which is sad documentary about a man who was murdered, except it's kind of not sad because it feels like a 2008 YouTube video kind of. Yeah, I don't know. That's it. And I watched Furious 7 today and cried. So
that's cool, dude.
Woo!
What made you cry?
So Paul Walker.
Yeah.
Who,
by the way, was not a good person, but
I know. Well, that's what I was gonna bring it up. I'm glad that you brought it up instead, so I don't have to.
Yeah, his character is a good person, though. Well, he's not. He was also a cop, but he's a good person after he retires from being a cop.
All right.
And they kill a lot of cops in Fast and Furious. So
yes.
Anyway, somebody else.
I saw somebody on Twitter say that Fast and Furious is like the best possible like live action One Piece.
I don't know anything about.
People be just saying things.
Yeah,
I haven't seen either of those things, so I approve.
I'd argue it's the best action franchise ever. I wouldn't.
One Piece?
That. No. I don't know what One Piece is about.
Okay, so One Piece is about this kid named Luffy, who is kind of. Okay. So One Piece is about this kid named Luffy, and he eats a gum fruit that makes him go stretchy, and he wants to be king of the pirates. And the previous king of the pirates was Gold G. Roger, who got killed. But before he got executed, he said that he buried all of his treasure in one place, and the treasure is called the One Piece. So now all the pirates are looking for the One Piece, and it's kind of like a fictional big world. Where there's like a bunch of pirates, so then he gets the crew together and meets a bunch of friends, and then they go to the Grand Line, and in the Grand Line there's a bunch of these assassins that are trying to get him, and then there's way too much actually. Hold on.
You talked so fast that your internet went out.
That was pretty good though. You talked so fast that your camera glitched. That's pretty good.
And the Wikipedia pulled up.
They were like, "No, we're turning him off." Oh, I accidentally just did that thing where I like did the heart reaction to your video, Owen.
The what?
Where you know how they have like the little automatic comments now?
Oh, yeah.
It's like the stupidest fucking thing. Like, okay, if I want to post 3 hearts, I'll type out 3 fucking hearts. I don't need you to do that for me. Well, I just did that to Owen's video by accident while I was trying to swap it over. I was trying to set a timer, and then I accidentally did that. So just know,
okay. Yeah.
I'm not that passionate about the video, but I'm gonna get in trouble for it. That guy's gonna comment on your thing like, "Who? Okay, what the fuck?" He's gonna say that to you because you're like reviewing his review style. He reviews caviar sandwiches. Like, what is going on in this video, Owen? That shit was so funny.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, go watch Owen. Everybody go watch Owen's video. Actually, don't even talk on the podcast either. Everybody listen to the podcast. Go watch it. Yeah, it was posted on 5/15. Wait, let me look at my
sandwich review.
The guy's reviewing. He's reviewing.
Here, I'll play.
He's reviewing these sandwiches, and then he's like,
"This guy is one of the worst rating systems I've ever seen." And then he starts talking about Marvel. The guy probably, if that guy fucking watches your stitch, he's gonna be like, "Why the fuck is this guy picking on me? I didn't say anything about Marvel movies."
Yeah. Owen, can you explain this trend in your comments of people telling you that you have soft hands? Because every video I watch of yours, someone comments about you having soft hands.
Where do you guys post this?
I don't know. I think one guy commented it. I think it's the same guy every time. It's one guy who just keeps commenting it, and I don't know why he's commenting it.
It's because you can't post the F slur on TikTok, so he's just saying that instead.
Yeah, no, but that video, that guy, he's like, he's reviewing this sandwich, and he's like, there's no difference between a 3.2 and a 5.7. F's and F, and this place is like in business, so they can't fail. Like there's like the food can't get a failing grade because they're in business. And then he's like, I only use a 7, an 8, and a 9. And a 7 is like the medium score, and an 8 is like above average, and a 9's like very. It's like those aren't how numbers work.
How do you get food from a place that isn't in business?
It's like, I can't really rate this place. They're not open.
It's so confusing, and I just have that. I just like save random videos, and I look through them, and I'm like, I'll stitch this stupid video.
And then Owen was like, yeah, it's just like when people watch a Marvel movie and it has a $200 million budget and they give it a 3-star and then they give Skinamarink a 1-star. And the guy who's watching that video is like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah.
What is he talking about? Okay,
anyway,
so
let's talk about movies.
Yeah, let's talk about some movies. Wait, Doug, what have you been watching?
Yeah, Doug.
Oh, I've been watching Bumkiss, the Peacock TV show about Pete Davidson. Yeah.
Why do you have a Peacock subscription?
Is it actually funny?
I like it. I might be the only person that likes it.
I actually wanted to check it out because it's just.
No, I want to watch it as well.
Yeah, I like it. The second episode made me cry like a baby.
Oh. Wait, is it?
Yeah,
what's it about?
It's about it's literally just a fictionalized account of his life. So the second episode's about his dad dying in 9/11.
Didn't he? Didn't he already make a movie about that?
Yeah, no, yeah, he did. It's basically like The King of Staten Island if it was like a TV show.
Okay.
Weird.
I mean, I kind of like The King of Staten Island.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I like the parts I've seen in TikTok in parts.
There's a really funny bit. There's a really funny bit.
Tattoo or something like
that. There's a really funny bit in the show where him and John Mulaney do the Heat bit, like the Heat in the diner.
Yeah, I saw that was on Twitter. I saw that.
But
yeah, I'll probably watch it in parts, like 15-second clips of it.
You mean like a TV
show?
Like I watch Barry, the same way I watch Barry, really.
Oh no.
The way that I watch, you're gonna watch it like I watch Succession, which is through like TikTok edits.
Yeah, I'm like, well, if these are the highlights, then why do I need to watch the rest of the show?
Yeah, exactly.
It's so interesting when people make Succession edits because it's just like a bunch of people standing, like the whole edit
hanging
just
out
like,
in a room.
It's just like people in rooms, just like standing.
No, I love it. Did you guys see that?
Things to each other?
I remember there was this tweet from like a couple of months ago where it's like people will say, because people will freak out about like the cinematography in Succession, and it's just like people sitting down in a boardroom.
Yeah.
I found out that the character Tom, and the character Shiv are not related to each other like very recently.
They're married.
They're married in the show.
Yeah, that's what was so confusing to me. I was like, whoa, they're really going.
Because you kept seeing like ship edits on TikTok made by 13-year-olds.
Maybe don't ship these two. They're brother and sister.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So, but I'm happy they're not, and I'm happy for them.
Are you though?
Yeah, I hope their relationship ends up good. I'm not gonna watch it.
Well, spoiler for the most recent episode. It did not go well.
Bro, I was gonna watch it. No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't gonna watch that. Oh, what are you watching?
So last night I randomly, like at 2 a.m. I was like, I'm gonna watch this Wong Kar-wai movie that he made in English. And it's really weird. Because he like originally was gonna make like an anthology series or an anthology film about food, and then he was like no, and then he made In the Mood for Love, but that was from this like an anthology idea, and it's like My Blueberry Nights is from that same anthology idea that In the Mood for Love was from. Like he never ended up making this anthology film, but he just made the films from this anthology idea. So In the Mood for Love and My Blueberry Nights are from the same kind of tree, I guess, but it's an English film. It's like in New York and it's in Las Vegas. It's just all over America, but it stars Jude Law and Norah Jones, and it's just very bizarre. But it feels like a Wong Kar-wai movie, like he's doing Wong Kar-wai.
You would know, you're the expert.
Well, no, I've seen other like like he does a lot of his like trademark like directorial things are in the movie, but it's just off because it's like Jude Law eating blueberry pie and stuff. It's a very bizarre film that I think is like worth checking out just because it has this weird atmosphere to it.
And do you like it more than In the Mood for Love?
No, I would say I like his other stuff more, but I think I'm fascinated by this film just because it's weird. It just it's like his only like American film, but it doesn't feel like he's trying to make an American film. It's just like it's almost like he just like translated over another film, and it's like it's very odd. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting.
And you said In the Mood. Do you think it was going to be called In the Food for Love originally?
They were called 3 stories about food, and that was In the Mood for Love was one of the stories.
What food do they fucking eat in that? Like I don't even remember them eating at all. They're too upset.
I remember them standing around a lot in The Mood for Love. A lot.
Maybe they were gonna whisper the secret into a bowl of spaghetti originally.
It's a weird thing, but it's like this weird like Wong Kar-wai's cinematic universe going on.
Interesting. Yeah, he's kind of a weird guy.
He is a weird guy. He is like as. Never mind. Anyways, Max, what have you been watching?
Why'd you say that? Kind of freaked me out for a second.
You can't just tease the viewers like that. Yeah.
No, we'll get to it. Max, what have you been watching?
I watched Manitou, which is a movie about a woman who has a tumor, and it turns out to be a fetus that grows on the back of her neck, and then it comes out, and it's a little Indian demon, and she has to fight it naked with psychic powers at the end. Kind of too long, but it was definitely interesting. Tony Curtis is the main character in it too, which is really weird. Michael Curtis's dad. And then I watched The Killer Is Still Among Us. I watched that last night. I've been working a lot this week, like a lot. So I know, and that's why I watched it. I was like, Among Us? I'll watch this. And so I did, and it was bad. But there were some good parts. It was one of those movies where it was like an Italian giallo movie, and it ends with them, like, there's no ending. The killer just, like, you see from his POV, and he walks into the movie theater, like, up to the main girl, and then, like, freeze frames, and it's like, this movie was made to warn young people about kissing in cars and at night in Italy. And I was like, okay, well, I'll keep that in mind then, I guess.
Yeah,
it just felt like it's like a PSA that wasn't really relevant to me.
There was like the re-release of Fight Club in China, and they cut the ending. And yeah, so like they cut the ending of Fight Club in the re-release in China, and instead there was just text that said, all of the bad guys were then apprehended by the police and sentenced to jail for appropriate amounts of time.
Is that real?
Mm-hmm.
They should just cut amounts of time. That's so cool. Should just cut like the entire Fight Club and just have text on screen for like
and it's
5 minutes, and then
it's still the Pixies song.
yeah. The Pixies plays, and then you have like a 5 minute like kind of Star Wars crawl of text.
Yeah,
that's all you need.
Just so you know, Tyler Durden is not the good guy in this story.
They actually
to commit acts of terrorism.
They just have the whole Fight Club book as the Star Wars text scroll with like the Star Wars theme playing for like
the last
3 hours.
Of the book,
like
he's in the hospital.
It's like an audio book.
Yeah.
Except
you, like, go to the theater.
You read it and you don't.
Weird. It's an audiobook, but it's just the Pixie song, and you have to read it actually.
And it just like goes up really fast too. Like, we only got 5 minutes left in this, so people are just like.
So, what do you guys know? What is your guys' relationship with Satoshi Kon?
Like great grandfather, I think.
He's my uncle.
Yeah.
Word, no, for sure. So, I've seen Perfect Blue in theaters twice, and
when it came out.
Yeah. So I had a time machine, right? And what I would do is I would like go back in time to watch it, and like I was like, man, that was so good. So then I took it like the time machine again back in time to watch it a second time.
When did it come out?
98, I think.
97. Oh, so you were 9 when it came out.
I was -4. I was -4.
Okay, interesting. That you'd lie about that, but did you like it? What's your relationship with Satoshi? You guys asked me out for this episode, but I'm not actually like his biggest fan. I like his movies, but you were like, we're doing the Satoshi Kon episode. I was like, okay, I'll be on that, I guess. But it's like I've seen them all. I like them. I like these movies.
That's all we needed.
I thought Max picked this idea.
I did not. No. Do you know who picked this idea? Was Polly. Shout out Polly. They're actually coming onto the podcast next.
Shout out Polly.
Shout out Polly.
Yeah, they're not gonna listen to this, so no, but they asked, right, to do this episode, and then you were like, "Can you be on it?" It's like I've seen all of them. I like the movies. I like them a lot. I like, one. I probably shouldn't say right away, right? We're gonna rank them or something.
No, we don't have to. There's only like 4. We don't have to rank them, I think.
Yeah, so we'll do a ranking, and then, but I don't know, but I like them a lot. We did this like animated movie club thing, and we watched like all of his movies, and then we moved on to like other animated movies. And,
did you ever move on to like real movies or?
Yeah, I watch those on my own time by myself. I don't need to be motivated by other people to watch them.
Yeah.
But the idea was like,
I was like, no, I've only watched animated movies since.
Me and Owen were talking, and we were like trying to figure out like an episode we could do for the podcast.
Yeah.
Like who would be like some like specific person to kind of like zoom in and like talk about their filmography and their career. And Polly suggested we do Satoshi Kon because he tragically passed away very young, kind of.
Yeah, I do think that's really fascinating that he was like working on this other movie. He had like 3 more movies planned. And wasn't he like was 50 something, wasn't he?
He was 46 when he passed.
That's insane. Did he do steroids or something? What happened?
No, he had it was pancreatic cancer.
Ate something really spicy or something. We'll never know. But it's sad that he passed away like so young. It's definitely like really, really tragic. And he had such interesting.
He was like in the middle of his next movie when he passed.
Yeah,
and it just never got finished.
I'd still watch it though.
Darren Aronofsky is so mad that he couldn't like rip off some more stuff.
Well,
he's like, oh no.
Actually,
Mother 2 comes out a year later.
In 2010, when Satoshi Kon passed, Darren Aronofsky wrote his eulogy in Time magazine. He was like literally like a super fan. Like
the podcast.
Yeah, that's
no, I can tell he was a super fan. You can definitely tell.
Yeah,
he made his movies again multiple times. Wait, let me.
That's why we got the whale. Actually, if Satoshi Kon was still with us, we would have never got.
That's about actually one of the characters in Paprika. That's fucked up.
I guess like the way to talk about his movies should be in chronological order. Are you guys okay with that? There's only like 4 fucking movies.
I mean it's 4 of them. We didn't watch the show. You guys.
We did not watch the show.
No, I did, but you guys didn't. Okay, that's fine.
I watched them in chronological order. So
it's not my podcast. I don't mind.
And we didn't talk about we didn't watch the shorts either. I was going to watch the shorts and then I didn't. But
I didn't even know there were any, to be honest.
So his first movie, 1997, is Perfect Blue, which he wrote and directed. Kind of just a classic. I don't know how, because I didn't know about this movie until I was very much online and stuff, because people didn't well, let me rephrase that. I didn't know about this movie until I was very online in film circles, because I used to be really in anime in middle school and stuff, and that was kind of the thing that I would talk about online. But shut the fuck up.
What'd you say?
But in those kind of circles, we Perfect Blue and Satoshi Kon's movies didn't really get brought up a lot. But then once I got into kind of really into film, people brought up Perfect Blue a lot. And
yeah,
but I don't know how this was received in the early 2000s or whatever, when it first came out, if a lot of American people or a lot of people that were into cartoons and stuff, animation watched it.
Stuff for little fucking kids.
No.
I have no idea, honestly. I mean, I had friends who were into anime when I was 12 years old, and they were super into Perfect Blue. And then I think the Millennium Actress came out, and they said, I didn't like that one. That one wasn't very good. No one gets fucking... Never mind, I'm not gonna say it. But they were nobody gets killed or anything in the movie, and they were mad when Millennium Actress came out. But that was my whole experience with it. But I saw Perfect Blue when I was pretty young. And it freaked me out. It definitely freaked me out because they also it's his older brothers kind of thing, and he shared a room basically, but it was separated by one little wall. And he was like, you guys should come watch this. It's a cartoon. I was like, okay. We went over there, we watched it. I was like, what is this cartoon? This is scary.
No, it is scary. The design of the stalker with the fucked up face and shit. It's it's creepy as shit, dude. And the whole conceit of our protagonist kind of lives alone in this apartment, and all these things are happening to her, and it's making her go crazy. It kind of makes the way that it's portrayed in the film kind of makes you go crazy a little bit because of how there's a little bit of an unreliable narrator thing going on. Good movie. Hot take. Unpopular opinion.
I'll say good Blue. I wouldn't go that far. It has a 4.4 on Letterboxd.
It's the 31st highest rated movie on Letterboxd.
Yeah, all movies. It's always kind of confusing when people get into movies and then they're like, okay, I'm gonna give a Perfect Blue a perfect score even though they don't like it. It's okay. I mean, I don't chill the fuck out. You talk to people and it's I love Perfect Blue, and then you're like, oh, do you like Satoshi Kon a lot? And they're like, he has other movies.
Yeah, no, literally, that's how it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of a weird phenomenon that this is the highest. Is this the highest rated anime movie then? It must be.
Spirited Away is. Spirited Away is in the top. Hold on.
Yeah, Spirited I don't know.
Away is number 11.
Somehow this turned into it went from a cult classic movie to one of the most highly rated animated movies of all time. It's just kind of a strange movie to be there. So it's just based on its own merits. I like this movie a lot, but its reputation got kind of out of control. It's not even my favorite of his movies personally, but it's probably my second favorite.
I think that there's a little bit of expectation, kind of subverted expectations going on with the movie, because you watch it and you're like, oh, it's an animated movie about a dancer or something, a pop star, and then you watch it and it's oh, it's this fucked up psychological horror movie where people get killed and stuff.
Yeah, no, it's not there's some fucked up shit going on in the movie. It's definitely not for everyone.
And I mean it does it on purpose too, where it starts out with this she's this pop icon, and it starts with this super bright silly cartoony pop music that
it starts off with Power Rangers, damn, there's
and so crazy. That's super fun, and then it kind of just slowly spirals into this extremely dark story about someone who steals people's eyeballs in parking garages. Cool.
Yeah. It's good though. Kevin, what did you think about Perfect Blue? This was your first Satoshi Kon movie that you watched.
Yeah, it's my favorite out of the bunch. I agree that it's really dark, and I think maybe the fact that I watched it first made me like it the most. I'm not sure, but I also just think it's the most interesting story out of the bunch, and I think it looks cool. There's some cool little like when he does the little hand thing and she's standing in his hands. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I don't know. I thought it was fun.
Yeah,
I had this one. It was also scary.
No, it's probably visually. It's like with the stuff it does visually.
Yeah, that's
probably my favorite.
I would say probably too. Yeah.
Interesting.
I think it's the most interesting visually.
Yeah, I mean it's my favorite probably by far, but I like some of his other movies a lot too.
Yeah.
I think all his visual stuff, like if you like this animation style, I feel like his animation is very detailed in terms of like.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like Paprika is probably more visually inventive than this in some ways.
At least visually,
so colorful.
This is a little more reserved, I'd say, but that movie's like basically just like a blast of color, like the whole movie. For almost no reason. It's just like these giant parades of like weird frog people going through the streets of Tokyo. It's like, of course, that movie's like going to be a little bit more colorful, right? But I think
okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, Kevin, do you like this movie more than Black Swan?
I haven't watched Black Swan in a very long time, but I'd probably
crazy that you didn't immediately say no.
Yeah, I was gonna
Kevin.
say no. You want me to like Black Swan more than this?
Don't you love Black Swan? I don't know if you love Black Swan.
No, I don't feel strongly about it at all. I don't even really remember what happens except for the ending.
It's basically Perfect Blue.
It's like Perfect Blue with sex.
I'd probably like this movie more if I rewatched Black Swan. I don't think I'd like it as much as this.
I don't know. I like this better than Black Swan personally, but I don't really like Black Swan that much. I think it's okay. Like Black Swan for me is okay. I watched it twice, and it was like, I don't know, it was all right. I like this better. Okay. What about you?
Oh, I don't know. I like both movies.
What the fuck? Which one do you like better? You're the one who.
I like Perfect Blue. No, Perfect Blue is way better. But I don't know. I also don't. I think Darren Aronofsky's kind of a hack fraud a little bit.
Oh, hack fraud!
Damn, the pod. Why is he catching strays on the Satoshi Kon episode? He wrote his eulogy.
These aren't strays. These are these are.
Darren Aronofsky direct hits. Yeah, attacks. This is an attack on Darren Aronofsky.
This episode is actually.
This episode is brought to you by
Filmography. And
this is brought to you by Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, why don't we talk about The Whale for an hour and a half? Actually,
I could. That fucking movie, I got a lot to say about.
So
other than just I like it, which I don't.
Okay, so 4 years later, we get Millennium Actress. Satoshi Kon's
favorite I saw.
Second film.
Owen did not like
this was Owen's favorite.
Would it be crazy? I feel like this is his most under-discussed film. I feel like this is the one that people bring up.
It's the least popular
one
out of the four.
Interesting. Okay.
And we're gonna contribute to that.
Yeah. So, what did you guys think about Tokyo Godfathers?
No. Okay. No.
This is my least favorite of his movies, though. Millennium Actress.
Is it?
I think it is.
I would say so. Yeah, personally for me, but it's like I like it. I think it's good. It's just not.
You told me it was going to be my favorite.
That's. It was. I mean, it wasn't.
Favorite.
Listen, I didn't give this a 1.5 stars like some people, but I like. It's just not my favorite one in terms of. But we have different things that we enjoy, Kevin. I mean,
yeah, I think the concept of it was more intriguing to me than when I actually watched it.
Maybe I shouldn't have hyped it up so much.
I think like the story, like when I read it on paper, I was like, oh, I think this could be my favorite. And then I watched it and I was like, oh, there's like a long section of this movie that I kind of didn't care too much about, but I really like the ending.
Yeah. No, I mean, I give this like a 4 out of 5. It's not like I like this movie,
I also gave it a 4 out of 5.
But it's not like compared to his other movies, it's probably my least favorite. But,
I think.
Oh, do you think you would have liked it better if it was like about a man's career through history, or would you?
I think I would have liked it better, or maybe if I like just kind of watched it randomly, like separated from his other stuff.
Yeah.
I think I watched it last, and I was just like already through it, and then I was like, oh, I gotta just watch this one.
I wonder if it's a good way to watch his movies. Is like marathon them for a podcast. It's like a weird.
Probably not. I don't think like that's probably not. It's probably not the best way to like watch anybody's movies, really.
Well, but I think specifically Satoshi Kon's movies do not lend themselves to this.
Yeah. Well, it's also it's like if you watch them in the wrong order in a way too. It's like if you watch that one last, it's like, hey, look at all these bright, colorful, kind of weird movies. Want to watch a movie about a documentary crew filming an actress during an earthquake?
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of was tapped out. is fine. I'm not like crazy about any of his things. It's just really not my thing.
So you're transphobic and don't believe in the power of Christmas miracles.
No, he just doesn't like when that stuff is.
That's my favorite. Tokyo Godfather is my favorite one.
Yeah, but you did say none of it's your thing, so it's like.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
If only he'd finished his other movie and had a male lead. Owen would have been like, "Oh yes."
If only if it was a cis woman in Tokyo Godfathers.
There is one.
Yeah, I know.
She's all up in there, running around with the kid.
Yeah.
No, but I like Millennium Actress. I think it has such an interesting editing style, especially like this one. I think is my favorite of the editing out of any of them. I love the way that it jumps from timeline to timeline from these like moments in her career in the movies that she's in. And I just think that type of editing is just very impressive for you to be able to create a cohesive story when you're intentionally like. I don't know, it's intentionally jarring, but at the same time, like you have this like one singular plot or thread that's going throughout all these different stories. I really like that. I appreciate that about this movie. But ultimately, I don't know, probably my least favorite out of all of them.
Someone running a bath?
Doug is just breathing like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just breathing like that.
He's just breathing like that.
Running a bath.
What about you, Doug? Is this your favorite of them?
No, that's my least favorite of them. Oh, shit.
Oh, okay.
Is it everybody's least favorite?
Yeah, must have been. Except for Kevin, what was your least favorite?
For me, I think Paprika was my least favorite, but I don't know because I think
I didn't love Paprika.
I think after Perfect Blue, the other three are like so close to each other that I kind of don't know how to rank them. But right now, Paprika at the bottom.
Why would you say that this is maybe like your second to least favorite then? Because it means we're gonna criticize them at some point a little bit if we're talking about comparing them.
This one's cute. I just think that like
you know what it is, Max. The movie's all about women, and this is a very male-dominated space.
No, but Kevin likes stuff about.
No, I like movies about women. You're talking
about.
He's
submissive. He likes women. He's like, I don't know. I feel like this would be like kind of his thing. Like it's like a strong, powerful woman dominating history.
Okay.
What?
Did you want to use another word to describe it, or?
Yeah,
Are you
she's
saying
like
that's
sort of
not accurate. Like
no, I just feel like he picked his words wisely and specifically.
Victorious over her time periods.
Yeah, that sounds better, I think.
Okay, not to you though.
It's all about a girl winning.
Yeah,
like,
shout out.
Yeah, we'd love to see a girl boss win, and she does in this, and then she can we spoil these movies or should we not?
Yeah. No,
and then she has a heart attack instantly and dies in the hands of a cinematographer. So
yeah,
isn't that how it ends? It ends. She just dies, right? It's like there's earthquakes and then she just dies.
Well, there's like
multiple of her.
Yeah, who's to say, really?
No, there's not multiple of her.
Well, there's the line that the movie ends on, but never mind.
Say the line that the movie ends on. I don't remember.
I don't remember it word for word, but she says something about how like she liked chasing the guy more or something than she like the I don't know what the exact.
It's really not a girl boss movie. That's kind of fucked up, actually. That's her motivation. Couldn't have thought about something else. Winning an Oscar, maybe. They don't have those. But...
Okay.
You have those for animated movies.
Tokyo Godfathers is a 2003 Christmas movie, and I did some reading about this, and apparently it's kind of rare for there to be like explicit like Christmas movies in Japan because Christmas isn't really celebrated as a religious holiday in Japan. But this is a Christmas movie from Japan called Tokyo Godfathers about some homeless people and a baby, and it's fucking beautiful.
This is my 5-star. This is I could watch this movie whenever.
Yeah.
When I first watched it, I think I gave it 4 too. I've seen this movie like 12 times now, and it's just like
this movie's
that's why you're on the episode.
Okay. I've seen a lot of movies 12 times though.
But you've seen Terrifier 2 25 times.
I've seen Terrifier 2 10 times now, and it's like at like a 3 stars. I just like watching it. I don't like the movie. Yeah. But this one I do like and I like watching it. Yeah, it's like Coco Melon for me. That's so fucked up. Just disturbing implications there.
No, I mean everybody needs their train movie, and this is Satoshi Kon's train movie. They're on that train. Yeah. They have the baby. I love the whole like I like the found family kind of aspect of their like group.
Yeah,
it's my favorite like characters of his whole thing.
Yeah, me too.
It's a movie all about Christmas miracles, and it's so
sweet.
it's like
yeah.
It's such a sweet movie though, and it doesn't feel like fake. I feel like sometimes, like if you're gonna make a really optimistic movie, I don't want it to be like, and then there was a happy ending for no reason.
Yeah.
With this movie, it like really takes its time to establish why everything turns out well. And like by the end of the movie, it almost like feels like you're watching this ending that's been like every single element in the movie has been setting up to this moment where it has a happy ending. And that's like the type of like happy or like uplifting movie that I prefer. And it's just really fucking funny, and they say the F slur, it rocks. This movie rocks.
Yeah. Well, this movie's kind of like, it's so
Kevin
great.
Said he liked that. He mentioned that.
Yeah,
Kevin
I
said
messaged Max,
that.
and
and he just
I did not say
slur.
that.
He was like, "Sorry, I was quoting Tokyo Godfathers." I was like, "Oh, I don't. You okay?"
And like there's really positive, like inclusive trans representation in this movie.
Yeah.
And there's also like really like accurate, like really accurate, but also like not super depressing, like homeless characters in here.
Yeah.
Where like kind of like show like a level of like what it's like to be a homeless person in a city, but like not in the way that makes you want to kill yourself after seeing it, you know, like.
Yeah. It never takes pity on the characters, but it definitely shows their situation as dire sometimes, which I like. I definitely appreciate that about the movie. And
it does make it
really
very
funny.
clear.
Like I want to emphasize this movie's like really, really funny.
Yeah, it's great.
Like, to me,
and
at
it's
least,
like
I don't know.
The only way, because like, you know, they are homeless and like super like, and the only, and like things work out because of like miracles, you know, it's because it's Christmas and like, it's very
got the miracle baby with them, bringing them.
Yeah, they have
miracles.
Jesus Christ incarnate.
Jesus baby in there, and then you find out who his mom is. It's like, damn, she actually kind of sucks. One of my favorite memories from this movie too is when we were watching this movie. And what's the baby's name in the movie?
It's the same name as the guy's daughter.
Something they say it a lot.
Yeah, I know. None of us can remember.
Kyoko.
Yeah. So I was watching this with a friend, and there's the part where she starts breastfeeding Kyoko at the park, and my friend was like, I wish I had Kyoko's problems. And I was like, this is crazy. So that's one of my favorite memories. He says it all the time now. Anytime there's boobs in a movie, he says, I wish I had Kyoko's problems. So that's my favorite
Straight
thing
people
that's come
are
out of this
fucking
in my personal
crazy.
life. He's not straight. He just loves sucking titties. He's a huge fan of milk. So he just like loves it. Milkshakes, whatever.
Yeah, shout out.
Get it out there. Get it in there. You know, it's delicious. Drink it up.
Yeah, my bad.
Yogurt. Sorry, but yogurt's good. I don't know what people are talking about. A lot of times people don't like yogurt, or like, I think it's good. I think, you know, it's pretty good.
Did you guys watch the dubbed version? The dubbed version of any of these movies?
No.
Or did you guys all watch them subbed?
Oh no, I wouldn't do that. It's just not something I would do. So.
Okay, no. Well, Tokyo Godfathers was the only one I did watch the dubbed version.
Why'd you watch the dubbed version?
It was an accident, and then once I noticed it, I was like, whatever. So I just didn't change it.
How did you not notice it?
You mean like 10 seconds into the movie?
They start talking English.
Yeah, they're speaking English. You're like, wow, these subtitles are really easy to read. You're just hearing words. That's crazy, Doug. Don't lie about it.
I'm not lying. I accidentally played the dub version, and then like I just didn't turn it on.
You didn't notice? Okay.
No, I'm not saying I didn't notice. Like, I didn't notice when I was like playing the movie, and then the movie started, and I was like, oh like whatever.
Okay.
Like,
all right. Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. But yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think the dub is actually pretty good.
I think for a lot of his movies, it's supposed to be. I just haven't watched it. I feel like a lot of times with dubs, like even like Akira and like some of like the most popular like anime movies, when they dub it, they don't do the sound mixing properly, so the sounds are really off. Because like they have to cut basically all the sound design out to get like the audio back in, to get like their dub back in, and they just replace it with like really bad sound effects. So I don't know, that happens a lot in these movies. What are you fucking doing, dude? You look like a bug. Why are you looking back and forth like that, Doug? That's freaking me out. You're freaking me out. Doug doesn't like talking about dubbing.
I don't know.
I know that's because you're distracting yourself. There's like a spider on a little.
Oh no, not the spiders.
Yeah, Doug fucking
no
muted
spiders
me.
on the podcast.
No, that shit's crazy. Hey, the next guest is gonna be a spider.
Yeah. One of those like the big ones.
Yeah.
Like, do you think it'd be better if it was like a really big one? Do they like lose their like spider thing, or
like if they're huge, like a freak?
Okay, because like I
Have
saw
you seen
someone,
like a freak?
someone was like they just become like big dogs to them, and they don't. It's not scary anymore because they're just bigger.
Dogs are also scary.
If I.
What?
Dog, you're crazy. That's crazy.
Like,
your favorite movie is Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, your favorite movie.
Is
your favorite director.
Dogs. So wait a minute. So if you could hear a spider, if it's like running and I could hear its legs hitting the ground, I'm killing myself. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm killing myself instantly. Like, I'm not gonna be in a world like that. I can't be in a world.
It's like a big one that's doing like.
You're saying like a big spider. Like if I can ever perceive a spider's legs.
I don't know if I can fucking handle this conversation, dude. This is freaking me the fuck out.
I'm just gonna get a picture of a camel.
No, because I saw.
It would be like that.
On Twitter where it was just like it was on
like
a kid's
that,
back.
Wait, let me see. Yes, like
a big ass spider.
I'm talking bigger than that.
No, I saw it was like it was just on it was like a petting zoo and it was just like on the kid's back like a pet.
No, you're making that sound.
No, I saw it on Twitter. I saw it on Twitter.
That's not real. That's not.
I saw it on Twitter. It has to be real, you know?
No, Twitter's not real. That's.
I have a friend with a pet tarantula, and I always thought that was pretty cool.
I think you should stop being friends with him. Actually.
Did you like let it out and let?
Why did you assume my friend was a man?
Because girls don't own tarantulas. That's science, Kevin.
Okay, well, it's a girl who owns a tarantula, so...
Okay, well...
Okay, now you're just making this person up to make you feel cool.
Yeah, what do they go to another school, too?
Yeah, where is she?
No, they went to the same school as me, actually.
Add her to the podcast. Ask her if she likes the last movie about Paprika.
Yeah, so when me and Owen worked at the Blockbuster in 06, it was kind of a hard sell because like I was really into anime back then, and people would come in, right, and they would be like, oh, like what's like a new movie that like we could like watch as like a family or whatever, and I would like try to sell them on Paprika because I really liked it, and I would be like, yeah, so it's like dreams and there's like guns and she goes into dream worlds and stuff, and they're like, okay,
still wearing his fucking uniform.
Yeah, no one liked
color.
No one liked anime in 06. It was hard to sell.
It was hard to sell.
Everyone was like hiding it. That they liked.
Yeah, like the only anime movie anybody ever picked out was the Cowboy Bebop movie. But even then, that was like 3 times. We always had it.
3 sells though. 3 sells is good, you know, because there wasn't many people that came to that video store. So
that was Blockbuster was on its way out at that time already.
Oh, in 06?
We were only there for like a few months until, you know,
that wasn't because they went out of business. You were just bad employees.
Hey, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't get people to rent Paprika, so it's like...
Yeah, we were struggling.
They're like, you had one job.
Yeah. To rent...
Have people sign up for a credit card and rent Paprika.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that sucks.
I really like this movie.
Well, I'm sorry you lost that job, but I like this movie too. I did buy this in 2006. They had the DVD. It was like these like special things at like Walmart, and they would sell DVDs of like they had like 4 movies that they'd release in these little like. Hold on, let me say that again. They had 4. No. No. Okay. So when they had DVD, they had this thing called DVDs. Okay, and they would sell.
What's a DVD?
They had like these collections. It's like a disc venticular disc. That's what
it's like a Blu-ray. Is it like a Blu-ray, like similar to that?
You can flip it over and it plays a different movie. But
wait, what the fuck?
Plays the movie backwards.
like a cassette tape?
Yeah,
or like a vinyl.
VHS.
There were the Freddy Krueger, the box set that I got for Nightmare on Elm Street. It was like 4 movies on one disc, and you have to like flip the disc over, and then you could pick between like the 2 movies. Used to never mind, but
I had those.
Okay,
don't
Kevin.
fucking lie to me, Kevin. I don't believe you for a second, you liar. Which movies did you have? Which one?
Well, Kevin's pushing.
You had Nightmare on Elm Street. You didn't watch Nightmare on Elm Street.
No, I had the ones with it was like the big box of Harry Potter movies, and there was like 4 discs, and you flip it, and it has the Harry Potter movies.
Speaking of huge spiders that you can hear walking, those movies, you can hear them coming. They sound like horses, but every single one sounds like 4 horses.
Yeah.
Sorry, 2
When
horses. No, horses don't come. That's a myth.
That's
But
I've seen one come.
do.
I've seen a horse
That's
come.
how they get glue.
Let's actually let Kevin take the stage for a moment,
back up.
because
Kevin,
he said something
Kevin.
out loud that he probably shouldn't have been on a podcast.
No,
But go ahead
Kevin,
and say that
Kevin.
one more time, Kevin.
Yeah, wait, actually?
In person.
No, story time.
The floor is yours.
Yeah, it was in
Floor is
person.
Okay, story time.
I was at my friend's little campsite that I used to go to in the summer, and they have like a petting zoo every Sunday. And
where was he petting the horse?
You go pet the animal. No, that's not how the story ends. No, they had a little petting
I was
zoo,
like-
and we all went and pet the animals, and then we were walking back to the camp, to like to the little house, and we see the truck taking the animals home, and the horse just starts fucking the donkey on the back of the truck. And we just watched it drive by us while they were, while the donkey.
So you didn't see it come. You just saw them having sex.
Did they have a little honky? That's what a horse or a donkey would be called, I guess. Did you see it? You didn't see it come then. You just saw the horse.
It's implied that
it's
implied that it did.
Okay,
come.
well you.
No, well, Kevin, you're a liar. Remember, we just talked about this. We just
Well, no, but
lied.
I didn't include. I didn't include the part. I didn't include the part where I looked up a video of a horse coming after, so that I could know how it ended.
And he's gonna actually, Kevin, can you play that on the podcast? Like, can you add video or anything?
Can we get a visual for the viewers?
Yeah.
For
it
Johnny
was just crazy to be like, I was like, horses
Salt
don't
Lake.
come, it's a myth, and then Kevin all out of nowhere
Salt
was like, I
Lake.
made a horse come or whatever.
Yeah, my bad. I should have said I've seen a horse have sex.
Needs to
But
see that video.
Yeah.
Patricia from Detroit, Michigan needs to see that video.
Yeah, she said, "Hey, huge fan of the podcast. Have you ever seen a horse come?" Sorry.
Yeah, actually, we get a lot of emails from the Looks Like a Movie email box, where a lot of people from around the country are asking us to review some more horse coming movies. So for next episode, I think we're gonna have to consider doing a special episode about horse sex.
Yeah,
it's like a constant ask. And I think
you guys have some really weird listeners, if I could be honest with you for a second, because it's kind of crazy for them.
Yeah,
to be
it's just me sending. It's just me sending emails to our.
Kevin's trying to make you guys feel better, but he just can't get his own stuff out of it. He's like, I want them to think we have fans, but I also want to. No, I'm just kidding. My laptop turned off. My
you got Skinamarink.
It turns off for some reason. Yeah, I got Skinamarink. Yeah. So. What were you? Why'd you talk about horses coming? I don't understand what.
Because we're talking about Paprika. We're talking about Paprika.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. That happens in the movie. I forget.
That's the best part, honestly.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of that part. Kevin likes it too.
Yeah.
Kevin was like, "Oh yeah, just like in real life."
Yeah, Christopher Nolan liked it so much.
I was about to say I like Inception. So I can't do that.
Inception?
You said you do like Inception? You don't like Inception at all?
No, I mean, it's okay.
Be honest.
I don't like.
I like Inception.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, we know, Kevin. You don't have to say that. All the listeners at home. All the listeners at home know.
Oh yeah, they know. They've been on your letterbox.
All of the listeners at home. Yeah, you have you have Interstellar on your favorite films.
No, it's Interstellar.
It's a movie where a guy goes to space and cries.
Interstellar. I will say Inception's better than Interstellar.
Sure. Sure. And Paprika's better than both. So in Paprika, it's about a girl. Again.
Owen's out. Mute.
Oh, shucks.
Never mind. It's not better.
It's about like dream technology.
Woman, really, not a girl, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, guys.
She's technically a guy too, isn't she?
I didn't rewatch this one for the podcast, and I'm kind of struggling
for a guy
to remember the specific details.
She's a therapist, and there's a device that she uses to get into patients' dreams, so that she could help cure them. But then the device gets stolen by bad people.
And then Professor X shows up, and he's all angry and shit.
Yeah.
And she jumps from dream to dream, right? Like chasing them down. Yeah. It's really cool. Cool idea. The fact that it's a cool idea.
Yeah. It's so cool that you almost want to make it yourself.
And you want to just make it.
It's so cool. If only there was like an American auteur
actor as possible.
Had come up with another way to do that, but instead of like dream hopping, you go deeper into dreams, and instead of wacky stuff happening, you just have guns the whole time.
Instead of it being really colorful, it's like grayscale, and it just looks gross.
Yeah.
And Leonardo DiCaprio's there with Elliot Page and Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah. What the fuck are you guys talking about? No, I'm just kidding.
We're just
Paprika.
It's
Satoshi Kon episode.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, I like Paprika. I think it's cool. It was definitely one of those mind-blowing anime. My favorite part in the movie was the part where my mom walked in during the rape scene. Sorry, but that's what happened when I was watching this movie. And she said, you can't have this. I bought it. And she said, you can't have this. And I said, okay, I'll throw it away. And then I kept it. I didn't throw it away.
How old were you?
I was like 13, something like that. What did this come out? 14. So I was 14 years old. Yeah, so I was 15 years old.
You're old as hell, dude.
No, bro, shut the fuck up. You're old. You're pushing.
He's 2 years older than you.
That's crazy, dude. That's crazy to say. Doug is 30 years old. He fucking says he's 17 to people online.
No, I don't.
You said that to Seth yesterday. You said I'm 17. I looked. No. Yes, you did, dude. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Doug said, I'm 17. No, dude, you're 30 years old.
No.
You have a nice room. Sorry. Your room is nice, though.
I say I'm 12 to other 12 years old. What?
You bounced that light as like a backlight or what? I just realized it's pointing right at the wall. So you just hit it with the studio light and then it bounces back and it's your. Doug didn't rewatch Paprika. Doug didn't rewatch it. This is the one you didn't rewatch. That's crazy because this movie is like the most fucking confusing movie out of all these.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I forgot a lot of the details. I did not rewatch it. I remember fucking loving it the first time I saw it though.
Yeah, I did too, but it was confusing as fuck. It's definitely confusing. Because it's a weird movie where they don't really give you any exposition at all, so it's the antithesis of Inception, where Christopher Nolan was like, I like this, but I need someone to explain it. And then he went,
well, they just give you exposition as stuff's happening, and I feel like in Inception they like stop to do it. They stop what's going on to like have somebody explain it to you for like 5 minutes, and in this movie they just have things happen while somebody's explaining them.
Yeah,
so
where it's like
50 minutes out of the movie.
It's also like it relies heavily on a device that doesn't exist, and they just tell you they don't tell you that it exists. They're just like, oh yeah, put this on, and then it's just like it's something that exists in the world, but you have no idea like what this.
Yeah, it's just like Star Wars, basically.
Yeah, it's like Star Wars, but like there's a parade.
There's parades in Star Wars.
There are parades in Star Wars.
So it's just like Star Wars.
There's a celebration. I don't remember a parade.
Oh, there's parades.
I'll have to rewatch. Maybe the next episode.
The parade.
Yeah, every single George Lucas Star Wars movie.
Yeah, with Max.
Yeah.
If you guys want that, slash the like, just cut it. Just cut just cut it.
Yo.
Break it.
Fuck that like button. If you want to see that.
Okay, this is the worst podcast.
I need you to eat that like button out.
This is the worst thing ever. So basically, right?
Yeah. Who wants to describe this fucking movie? Jesus Christ.
I thought I did already. I thought we were caught up.
It's the movie where they have these dream devices. They can go into people's dreams, and then some of the dreams get out, and then they have to put them back. That's the plot of the movie. Damn.
Yeah, there's a bald dream terrorist.
They are really mean in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they are mean.
That one guy.
Well, they kill people. People die.
Yeah, that's the meanest thing you could do.
No, I mean, I think Paprika is it's a freaky psychedelic cartoon, and I think it's animated.
You know that like visually insane list on Letterboxd?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in there. Everybody puts this one on there. They're like, oh my god. It's like this, and then it's this, and then color of pomegranates and climax. Like,
color of
What
pomegranates.
the fuck is going on Letterboxd?
Oh,
why do people watch these movies? Why are people watching these?
We should do a color of pomegranates episode.
Hell yeah, that'd be so good.
Yeah. That movie's so good.
4.2 on Letterboxd.
I have color of pomegranates.
I have it on YouTube. I look it up and I'll just watch
I have YouTube too, actually.
Well, I have the Criterion So when boys come over to my house, they see it and they go like, "Wow, this guy's cool."
Do you guys have Criterion Channel? Or no? Okay, so the episode about Satoshi Kon is over. Let's talk about streaming services. Do you guys have Criterion Channel?
I do, yeah.
No.
Okay, so Kevin does. Owen and Doug both don't have it. Why don't you guys have it?
It's literally
I don't have a job.
It's all movies you'll like, but you do have things that you purchase. Like I know you got some hot chips. Why are you gonna eat a hot chip but you can't get Criterion Channel? That doesn't make any fucking sense. I know you buy hot chip every single month. And a Monster can.
Yo, yeah.
You're crazy.
If you just cut out the Monster, you could have Criterion.
Yeah. Don't drink any more. Don't drink any more Monster energy drinks and just. What the fuck was that?
Put up your shirt.
What the fuck was that? What are you trying to hide from me, Doug? What the fuck are you trying to hide from me, Doug?
Okay, so Satoshi Kon, yeah. Really important auteur, really interesting guy who made kind of like ahead of its time, like movies. This is the worst episode ever. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to Satoshi Kon.
You always get in your own head about stuff. It's crazy. You always get in your own head about stuff. Is all that fucking?
No, we've had worse episodes.
Yeah, we definitely have worse episodes. Think about most of them are worse. No, I'm just kidding. Like, no, because you have, you got episodes where at least everybody's here.
Yeah, that's actually the thing. Is we had a full cast.
At least everybody's here. Man.
The news is time. It's time to read headlines from @discussingfilms on Twitter by Kevin.
Okay.
Nice. Where do we start? I didn't put them in order this time, so I'm just gonna pick randomly. Okay, I'm gonna start with this one because I saw Owen tweet about it. Elle Fanning starring alongside Timothée Chalamet in the Bob Dylan biopic, and also two stories at once here because we got a lot of Elle Fanning news. Also the headline about Elle Fanning apparently getting turned down by a major franchise for not having enough Instagram followers earlier in her career.
What?
Which is crazy.
Yeah. Look up on the Instagram.
Well, that's why Addison Rae actually replaced her in Thanksgiving.
That rocks.
They went with Addison Rae instead of Elle Fanning. Elle Fanning wanted to do it. Elle Fanning was really adamant.
And she's the man. He's the man.
He's the man.
What's it called?
He's the man. He's that guy.
He's that guy. She got 6.2 Instagram, 6.2 million, not 6.2.
Yeah, well, that's not now.
How are you gonna have 0.2 Instagram followers?
She didn't. The headline doesn't specify when.
What was the role?
It doesn't say.
It just says major franchise.
What do you guys think it would be? Because she's had 6.2 million followers for at least a month. So let's say
at least a month.
Let's say it was like 8 years ago. She had like 100,000. What fucking movie?
But she was like young. Like she was like.
Was she in like X-Men? Because that's the thing that I thought of immediately. Was like.
No.
That would be a weird movie.
Like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies.
Like with the Michael Bay ones?
No,
like she was going to be the Megan Fox character and then turned her down for Megan Fox.
That would have been weird. She was like 11 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like what?
No, not those ones.
No, it was probably... Oh, you know what it probably was? Bridge to Terabithia.
Oh, yeah. They were looking with someone with a really big Instagram following.
Yeah, it was Bridge to Terabithia. Or, what's that one movie? Zarathustra? Sorry.
Zathura?
Yeah, that one.
Isn't that the
with
board game
Christian
movie?
Stewart?
Yeah, the board game movie. Yeah, it was supposed to be her or something. But so they turned her down because she didn't have enough Instagram followers. You think they still do that stuff?
Oh yeah,
no, they probably do it more now than they did before.
That's crazy. How are you
supposed to get them? If Addison Rae is getting into movies, then they probably value it now.
They're valuing how many Twitch subscribers you have.
Bro, if Charlie D'Amelio wanted to be the lead in Bodies, 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 they would have kicked any of those people
She can't even remember her fucking name. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's because she does not have as many Instagram followers.
They wouldn't let her play a lesbian.
If she wanted to, they would.
No,
dude,
they wouldn't.
No, dude.
Now
they would let her do anything. They would let her do anything.
Yeah, enough TikTok followers will get you anywhere.
They'd be like, you already
even on this
are
podcast.
close to Avani. There's rumors.
Yeah, enough TikTok followers to get you on her.
Oh shit,
So
that's
stupid.
true. Wait, so how many followers do you have to be? Do you have to be in a movie then?
Like 10.
No, it's not
So
about
it's
like a
6.2.
movie. Like, 'cause we're
Well,
talking about like a
sorry.
franchise.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not any movie.
You guys think
It's
it was
just like-
Divergent?
That's a
no,
possibility.
it might be. That's possible.
I'll bet it was
yeah.
fucking Divergent. And she
Yeah,
got
that's a
goddamn bullet.
bigger
Actually,
possibility.
that's a good guess. Actually, that's a good guess.
I'll bet it was, or it was the Hunger Games.
the Hungry Games.
The Hungry Hippo. No, it was probably. I'll bet it was Divergent. And then what happened to that girl?
The
She's
Divergent.
famous.
Shailene Woodley.
She got pancreatic.
Oh, is she not?
cancer.
No, she's not a Divergent, is she?
No, Shailene Wood.
Oh, she like
She
was
is in
with Aaron
Divergent.
Rodgers for a little bit.
Yeah, she was in Big Little Lies on HBO. She's in a
She's
bunch of
not-
stuff.
I
She has something coming out this.
She was in the Fallout.
She got
Yeah,
cut
it's a
from the,
perfume, Kevin. It's not.
she got
a movie.
cut from the
Who cares
Amazing
about that?
Spider-Man 2. Like
No, she has a movie coming out this year, I think.
She was in
I
the
would assume
Spectacular
that.
Now.
She's in the best movie ever, The Fault in Our Stars.
She's gonna be in Ferrari. She's gonna be in Ferrari.
Yeah,
the Michael Mann
no,
movie.
she's gonna be in
Oh.
something. I know
Yeah.
I hope
she's around. She does stuff.
Gran
She's-
Turismo.
she's not.
She's
She's
not-
not.
she's
Elle
not.
Fanning though. I'll say that.
Wait, you know what it could have been too? It could have been Star Wars.
No,
Like,
Oh,
she was too young. She couldn't have been like a
Who is she
Daisy
gonna
Ridley.
play in Star Wars?
no, not like the Daisy Ridley character. She could have been like a smaller character in Star Wars.
A
Like
Jawa.
John Boyega's character?
Yeah.
No, like John Boyega's love interest, like
I
one of
hope
those
not.
characters.
I think she was still. I think she turned. I think she's like 21 or something.
Oh,
She could have
really?
been
Is she like
Kylo
way too
Ren.
young?
I think so. Yeah.
you mean
Well,
she's
no, but
21 right
Divergent,
now?
Divergent was like 2014 though. So that she would have been even
Yeah.
younger then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she
True.
would've been-
Yeah.
she would've been
But they
16.
said they go with a young lead, like the Harry Potter movies did.
Anyways,
Yeah,
I don't know.
She would have been 16.
What's
anyway.
the next headline?
Yeah.
Divergent's loss, I guess.
Old Boy returning to theaters,
Old Boy
restored and
sequel.
remastered on August 16th.
Why is this news? Their marketing team is going way too hard for this shit. This is so
It's
stupid.
a Letterboxd
I still
movie
haven't
now.
seen it.
It's
so I'm just
Letterboxd's
gonna watch
fault.
it.
Yeah, it's a letterbox movie, so it's like now everybody's like,
Like-
"Oh, let's re-release Old Boy" and all these little
Movies
weird-
get re-released all the
he's
time, and
back.
none of them, like better movies than Old Boy, get re-released pretty often, and none of them get as much buzz. Like, I don't. They're going like they released a new poster and a new
because
trailer and all
stupid
this
people
shit.
on
And it's
Twitter
like,
thought they were doing an Old Boy sequel and soiled their
Yeah.
pants.
well, like the poster is crazy because it's like Old Boy, and then at the top it says he's back, and it's like
He's
what?
back. Old Boy returns.
He's gonna fucking fight John Wick in this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spoiler.
And
He
Chris
can't be
Pratt
back,
plays
guys.
Old
If
Boy.
you've seen the movie, you would know that he can't come back.
It's a
No, he-
prequel.
Yes, he can. What are you talking about? He wouldn't
I
be
don't want
able
to talk about it. Whoa, okay, moving on.
Yeah.
He just can't taste anything. Sorry. Come on, he can come back. He can come back.
He
He'd
can
be
come
like,
back.
sure.
Anything is
Yeah.
possible. If
Anything is
Palpatine-
possible. If Palpatine were
came
to,
back,
that's what they say. That we
Yeah.
learned from Disney Star Wars was that nobody's
could've made
ever
a clone
really
of him.
gone.
yeah.
They could-
We also
he
what
could
we
come-
learned from the MCU was that no one ever really dies.
He can come
And
back.
we also learned that Art is dead.
Wait, I think that's Star Wars where they say no one ever really dies. They said that.
No, they say
were-
no one ever really dies in
No one ever really dies.
No
And
Way
they're
Home
Is he
too.
behind me?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Tell
Maybe
that to
I'm
Aunt May. No, but like he'd come back into the movie
That's a
and then
knee
they could be like, Suk, what's his name? And then he'd be
He's
like,
Old Boy.
I haven't seen the movie.
He's gonna be in the new Deadpool. Actually,
Neither. I'm the only one that's seen the movie. Max, Kevin, and Owen have not seen Old Boy.
oh.
I will see it now that they're releasing it in theaters.
Yeah, go watch it in theaters. I guess you
Yeah.
I
can.
keep saying
Yeah,
that
'cause
Owen's
he's
never seen a
back.
Korean movie, but I keep forgetting he's seen Decision to Leave. That's the only Korean movie he's seen.
What did he give that?
He gave it 2 stars
No, I give it
because
to
they
him
were
now.
speaking Korean.
Yeah, he was like, ooh. I guess I'll give it. I guess I'll give it an extra star for the language. That's what he said when he
The
watched it.
language.
Yeah, you're like, this sounds interesting to me. Other
He was
than
like,
that, uninspired.
No, yeah, he watched Decision to Leave, and he was like, if only this moody lead man was a skinny white boy, then the movie would be better.
Decision to Lead. No, I mean, go see Old Boy in theaters if you haven't seen it already. I don't understand why these fucking TikTok movies. No, I'm just kidding.
It's all TikTok's
fault. Movies, that's a pervert movie. I don't understand why these movies get into.
Yeah, no. If you have that in your top 4, you're a pervert.
Like you're a sick little bastard. Like you're a little.
I will say, kinda. I mean, there's better Park Chan-wook movies, I think, than Old Boy. Not to say Old Boy's a masterpiece, arguably. You know, it's like I'm not like. But
I like Old Boy a lot, but it's also like, good. Why are people watching it? Like, who's letting people? Don't let these kids have Letterboxd. That's gonna like fuck your kid up.
No, that's like a big 14-year-old movie right now.
I was gonna say, if you're 13, don't watch Old Boy. Like, don't watch Old Boy if you're 13. What the fuck?
Wait till you're old enough to watch it. Yeah, till you're old enough to vote. Watch Old Boy, then go vote in the 2024 election.
Yeah, why are you watching Old Boy? Go watch The Fault in Our Stars.
It's just so weird to like hear about movies now. Like
better movie, probably.
Movies. It's like Old Boy's one of the popular movies. Like nobody knew about that fucking movie, and now everybody's watching Old Boy. You freaks! What's wrong with you?
we couldn't sell Old Boy at the
no, definitely at the Blockbuster.
Blockbuster. We couldn't get no Old Boy sales.
I was the Old Boy truther. I was the Old Boy truther. People would come up and ask for movies, and I would be like, "Oh, do you like comic books? Because I have a comic book movie here." And they would be like, "What's it about?" And then like, "So it's a Korean movie," and they'd be like, "No, thanks."
Oh no, actually, you know what? I'm gonna watch something else.
You can never start off the sell like that, Doug.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, don't say it's Korean. Say it's in English.
Salt Lake. You cannot sell Old Boy like that.
No. Yeah.
Salt Lake.
Yeah, Salt Lake City, Utah, Blockbuster.
Right.
Yeah, the Mormons didn't fuck with Old Boy.
Kevin, why haven't you watched Old Boy? I just don't understand why you haven't watched it.
It's like the same
because it was spoiled for him in college, and then he
it's actually the same reason why I didn't. It's actually the same reason why I didn't watch Perfect Blue until this podcast.
Might be hard to get into the love story if the movie's been spoiled for you, but I would say, what was spoiled in Perfect Blue?
No. I was saying it's no. Like I didn't get Perfect Blue spoiled for me. It's just like one of those movies that was just like so popular that I just like stopped caring. I just heard people talk about it. I just heard people talk about it so much that I was like, okay, I'll watch something else.
Did you just shout out terrorists?
I think he said Parasite. He said Parasite.
Oh, I thought you said Paris terrorists. I was like, what the fuck did he say that for? What does he know? I always wonder that. What does he know? I'll be watching TikToks.
More news. What's the news? I don't know. David Lowery's Mother Mary begins filming next month, an epic pop melodrama that follows a fictional musician played by Anne Hathaway and her relationship with an iconic fashion designer played by Michaela Cole. I only brought this up because I know that Doug just watched the Peter Pan movie.
Oh yeah, the movie's good.
You would.
I love Anne Hathaway.
David.
Anne Hathaway.
He's kind of
mother, etc. I'm gonna be real. I'm not a big David Lowery guy.
But you like Peter Pan.
I did like Peter Pan. Well, I like Peter Pan and Wendy. It was fine.
It's relatable. You tell people you're 17, but you're 30 years old. You're like one of the Lost Boys. They never grow up or whatever.
I liked The Green Knight. The Green Knight was pretty good. I didn't really like A Ghost Story. So I don't know. Like he's okay.
That piques Kevin's interest.
No.
Have you seen it, Kevin?
Oh yeah. And I've seen The Green Knight, and I like that one too.
The Green Knight's cool. I like The Green Knight
a
good
seen,
amount.
like, a lot of
I like The Green Knight more.
I like The Green Knight. I like The Green Knight a lot. The Old Man with a Gun is one of the most boring fucking movies I've ever watched.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
That shit sucks. Don't watch it. People love it.
I don't know. A Ghost Story just kind of like
Old Man or a Gun,
insists upon itself. And
I like one of them. Actually, I like both, to be honest. So it should have worked for me, but it just didn't.
Yeah.
You know, if it was like Old Man.
What if it was like the sexy old man and the hot cool gun?
Yeah, sexy old man with a giant gun. If that was like the name of the movie, I probably would have liked it better. It definitely would have attracted me to the movie more. Although it's still Robert Redford. He's not like my type. He's like He's too polished. He's too polished. I don't know. He just doesn't look like he'd slap me or anything. I don't know. Like move on.
Sorry. Next piece of news.
David Lowery's doing what movie? What's the movie that he's doing?
They
called it a pop what?
A pop melodrama.
It's gonna be like Vox Lux. Have you guys seen Vox Lux?
Music.
Sounds
like throw words at the wall.
I like the beginning of that movie.
You like the school shooting scene?
Spoiler.
That's how the movie opens.
But yeah.
Okay. I was just clarifying.
It's a dynamic opening, Doug. I like climax too. It doesn't mean I support people going and dosing people with LSD.
All right, next piece.
All right, glad we covered that.
But the pop masterpiece is what it said. Why do people describe movies like that? Do you think? Why do you think
it's not a masterpiece? It's a pop melodrama.
Like, what does that mean to you? And this
is TikTok's fault.
That's what I'm saying. Like now, real like news outlets are saying shit like, "Oh, it's a pop melodrama." A pop melodrama.
Melodrama is a thing that makes sense. Melodrama makes sense.
Fully, it is, but it's just like, why'd they combine those two? A pop melodrama? Do they sing or something?
She's a pop star, Max.
Yeah, it's a little like Perfect Blue. David Lowery's Perfect Blue, actually. That's what they're saying.
It's his
adaptation.
TikTok. Yeah.
Anyway, good for Anne Hathaway. She's very pretty. She's having a very good comeback. She's mother, etc. What's the next piece of news?
What do we want? We want to talk about the cast of Beetlejuice 2 because Jenna Ortega's in it. Owen's doppelganger.
Only interesting thing about that is Monica Bellucci's in it, so I will be.
Yeah, I could read the full cast. It's Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, Jenna Ortega, Catherine O'Hara, Justin Theroux, Monica Bellucci, and Willem Dafoe.
Beetlejuice 2.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
No, what actually Beetlejuice is really big at the video store. And I think we had this big cutout of him in the back, and it was scary as shit because it was just in the back because we just had it and no one wanted to take it or like do anything with it, and you would just open like the door and he just Beetlejuice in the back.
Yeah, they pop it at the end of aisles during Halloween. All the kids would run past it really fast. They would get scared.
Yeah, well, and kids. So we also sold like some like snacks and stuff, and kids would like buy the bug juice, and they would call it Beetlejuice.
That shit rocked. That shit was so cool. I would steal bug juice and go like on my break and just fucking go to town on the bug juice.
Now, at least now they have AI that can read for those kids or something. Because bug juice, Beetlejuice, like shut the fuck up, kid. That's not what it's called.
No, but I mean, it feels like this movie is going to do like that Lion King 2019 thing, where like it's like, oh, I know that thing makes a lot of money.
What it's gonna do? It's gonna do that Ghostbusters Afterlife shit. That's what this is gonna be.
Oh, that's what.
Yeah, that's a better comparison.
People are talking about. I think Tim Burton's kind of like a hack fraud loser.
Real. It's crazy when you say that.
I like.
He had the biggest. I was gonna say he had the biggest show in the world last year.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think like people know Tim. People that are lame know Tim Burton and they'll see his shit. And people know Jenna Ortega.
Has he had a movie come out in like 10 years? Like what was?
Yeah, Dumbo.
Movie?
Dumbo.
No, shut the fuck up. What was a real movie he made?
Did he make Big Eyes? Is that what it's called? Big Eyes with
Big Guys came out.
Juice?
Big Guys.
In 2015 or something.
Bug Juice? Big Eye Juice?
No, I think
Mom,
I don't know.
I have some Big Eye Juice?
It's crazy. So like Monica Bellucci's in it, and I think Monica Bellucci and Tim Burton have been dating for like a year.
I thought he was married to Helena Bonham Carter.
No.
He hasn't been dating her since fucking Blockbuster showed down.
Oh my god! Wait, they broke up. He broke up with her?
Yeah,
he was at Epstein's Island or something.
Yeah, he was at Adam Sandler's island. And they broke up.
God, they would, dude. But no, but I was gonna say like if Tim Burton, like if it were to be like Tim Burton's directing Cotton Eye Joe the movie, I would believe that was true. He's like a huge sellout. Sleepy Hollow.
No, he is a sellout because it's like he has some like conceptual ideas that are interesting, but then it's like, oh, he's like the laziest sellout in Hollywood.
He's racist.
Yeah, that too.
Well,
and it's those are like the two. Yeah, but Wes Anderson at least like is a little.
Yeah, Wes Anderson makes good movies though.
Yeah, and he's twee, so at least he's twee about it.
No, but the problem is like Jenna Ortega kind of is like typecasted into this Tim Burton universe, and like she's just never gonna get out of it. I feel.
Well, that's what happens. I feel like that's what happens now. Like you get these like up and coming young actors, and they get abducted into these weird studio movies, and then they are essentially like AMC theater employees, but they get paid more. Like this year,
Jenna Ortega is a lot like the average AMC employee. I feel like.
Well, Jenna Ortega at least has like a lot of agency over her career.
What's she gonna make next? Like she's gonna be in these types of fucking movies for 10 years, and then she's gonna be in some kind of biopic about the first woman who went to space or something.
Jenna Ortega's gonna be able to do whatever the fuck she wants, bro.
No, she should play that like.
You forget how many Instagram followers she has.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Little do you know how many Instagram followers.
Jenna Ortega is the main character of Scream. Right? She's the main character of Wednesday.
True.
She's
a producer. Well, here's the thing. She's a producer on Wednesday, which is like a big kind of deal. So she's gonna be able to do whatever the fuck she wants after this.
Didn't she give everybody COVID on purpose on the set of Wednesday? When did we forgive Jenna Ortega for that? When she was like, I knew I had COVID. I knew I was really sick, but I did that dancing scene anyway. And then everyone was like, wait, you knew you were sick? She was like, yeah, it was COVID. And she was like, I just went to work anyway. And then everybody was like, and then everyone was like, cancel her. And then like,
no, she's real. Bring back blue collar actors. Jenna Ortega
giving each other COVID.
Yeah.
I love that stuff though.
She rocks.
That's why the writers are striking, because she gave them COVID protection. They want protections in their contracts against Jenna Ortega.
Yeah. The writers hate Jenna Ortega because she was like, the writing on Wednesday sucked, and I hated it. And I was like,
we have no evidence about like
Jenna Ortega was like, I am not saying this shitty ass. I got out of Disney and Nickelodeon. I'm not saying this Disney dialogue. And then the writers like went on strike.
It's kind of weird to go to Wednesday for that though.
Yeah, it's like, girl, well, then don't sign up to be in the fucking Tim Burton cartoon movie for children on Netflix. You know what I mean? It's like, but she also
got
was
paid
like, it's like
a lot of money.
But it's also like, girl, it's like,
it's like you got paid, stop complaining.
Like, I wrote most of my lines. It's like them. Well, they weren't good either.
That's not.
Maybe
true.
you should go on strike too.
Yeah. She should be out there with the picket.
Maybe you could learn something from those writers. I don't know. But you say it's not true? You like the lines?
I like Wednesday. No, I like Wednesday. I don't care.
It's not like a well-written show, though.
No,
it's not like that's like the draw of the show.
What's the draw, though?
The draw is that it's like Riverdale, but emo. But only the first season. Like it's like first season Riverdale, like good Riverdale.
Wait. Bro, did not just say good Riverdale.
That's what it is. What do you mean?
Catherine Zeta-Jones is.
Just say you don't get Riverdale. That's fine. Just say you don't understand.
Isn't Catherine Zeta-Jones?
Just say you don't have to be. You don't like funny or just trying to be different. Just say it.
Yeah.
Just say it, Doug.
Like, sorry, Riverdale was not for you.
Is Catherine Zeta-Jones in the show in Wednesday?
In Wednesday?
Yeah, isn't she Elvira?
Beats me. Don't know.
Well,
she's married to Michael Douglas. Yeah, you said you like it.
Michael Keaton is in Riverdale?
She is in the show.
Michael Douglas.
She is in the show.
She was married to Michael Douglas. She gave him throat cancer.
That rocks.
She had HPV, and then he got throat cancer.
Anyway, next, what do we want to do next? You guys want?
That's
you guys
true.
Want to talk about,
she did.
You guys want to talk about?
She gave him HPV.
You guys want to talk about Poor Things trailer? Yorgos Lanthimos.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Wait,
the movie looks okay. It's called Poor Things.
Shout out all the poor things in the chat.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I like Yorgos Lanthimos. I will say I think the visual style, like the maximalist kind of nature of that the trailer was kind of hinting at, makes me a little cautious because I feel like it's very easy to overdo it and just be really annoying, you know? But we'll see when the movie comes out. I like Emma Stone a lot.
We need someone to make Tim Burton movies.
You know, that's true. We do.
Yeah. Tim Burton's. I don't know
He's
what Tim is.
He's not gonna fucking do it. He made Dumbo, so let Yorgos Lanthimos do that now.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks. I think when they like do this like wide angle, like the wide shots of like the locations and stuff, and they're just like it like looks fake and it looks like fantastic and stuff. I think
there's the penis
really
window.
Cool.
Yeah, I was just about to say the penis window is kind of.
Yeah, I heard about that. I never noticed it in the trailer because I don't really.
Yeah,
like
I didn't notice it either.
Like that. I don't think about stuff like that, so I never saw that. And I even saw the picture. I was like, "What do they mean? That doesn't look like that to me." That's what I thought.
Well, it looked like a penis.
Quite thick.
So, yeah.
Maybe I should look again.
Yeah.
Guys, what are we going to talk about next week?
That's a good question, actually.
We're doing
because we have a number of movies.
We're doing.
It really comes down to if you guys want to watch Fast 10 or not.
No, we're doing the Paul Schrader movie, right?
Oh, yeah. Is that coming out?
It comes out. Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. If I can
maybe.
Master Gardener's coming out Thursday for me.
Yeah, when I look at tickets, it says there's none available near me. So.
Oh, rats!
Really?
How are they available in Utah then? What the fuck?
That's crazy. I
don't live in Utah, but yeah.
You're moving to Nebraska, but you live in Utah now.
Personally, if it was up to me,
lived in Utah since 2006.
Oh, if it was up to me, I'd like to talk about Jack Harlow's new movie, White Men Can't Jump, but.
Yeah, that'd be.
Why do you want to talk about that though, Kevin?
Because last episode I'm on. Then I could rewatch the original White Men Can't Jump.
You can just watch it. We don't have to.
Yeah, you can watch it no matter what.
There doesn't have to be like a scheduled, arranged time that we talk about it.
No, right. You guys are just lame for not watching the Fast and Furious movies, but it's fine. We'll talk about Master Gardener next week, and that's it.
Huh?
And Polly will be on the podcast.
No guest.
Download
probably.
Rough Take and then listen to our.
Yeah, we'll put Max's stuff in the description.
Yeah, Max has a podcast that is a little bit better than ours called the Rough Take Podcast with Doug Hiller as opposed to Doug Holler.
Right. You know what I just found out today? Actually, there's also a writer for The Athletic named Doug Holler. Fun fact.
That's crazy. Wait, what is he for? No,
what is the third worst Doug I know?
He writes for The Athletic. I don't know, but I was listening to my basketball podcast, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we were reading the thing from Doug Holler's Athletic post," and I was like, "Oh, that's weird that there's a Doug Holler."
Also, that is weird.
I'll tell you after the podcast, but you got a shout out on the Real Talk podcast today, Doug.
Oh,
okay. Anyways, have a good night, everybody.
I'll tell you after the podcast.
Follow me on Letterboxd. Follow us on Twitter.
Yeah, somebody follow Kevin on Letterboxd. God damn it!
Everybody, go give Owen's new video 5 stars.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.